Hello students. So now next topic we are going to explain, that is function in C. What is the use of function? What is this actually? Why we will use the function? As a function, basically a set of statements. Very simple to say. Set of statement. What is the purpose to use the statement? Which which accomplish a particular task. Particular task, right? So this is about the function. So what is the use of function? Basically, so that up to that we are writing so many programs where the only main program, that is if you start the int main, right there like this, then that is a we are writing this main program. Inside this we are writing different logic, variable declaration, all these things we are declaring, or we are defining all these things inside the main, right? But suppose you have required multiple multiple definition. Multiple definition means multiple small size of code which will represents some task, right? So if you want to add integer, add float, add subtract integer, subtract float, right, like this, different tasks to be performed, short tasks to be performed. Suppose you can write it inside the main, no problem. But if you do it, the if you do it using function, that that means that is also, this is f1 function, while set of codes is there, and this is also f2 function, that is also set of codes there, f3 function, f4 function, multiple functions can be can be written. What is this? Basically, these are all user defined functions. That means you need this type of functions for your program. You can write inside the main also, but better to manipulate if you write small segment of code inside the function, right? So what you can do? Obviously, you have to call these all functions, user defined function, on the main. This is important task. Otherwise, that cannot be executed. This is about the user defined function. But another type of function, library function. Library function basically, or inbuilt function. Inbuilt function, right? That means, what is this? These functions or these library functions are already exist into the C compiler. Suppose printf, scanf, gates, puts, all these things, input output related functions are there in stdio.h header file. Now string.h, it would different operations, different functions are there inside the string header file. So that is a library functions. But we are considering how to define, how to declare, how to call the user defined function. Our main purpose is to use the user defined functions, right? So user defined functions are the functions where the programmer will define it. Programmer will describe that function. That this is the actual purpose of modular based programming language. Module, you are creating a different module or different functions, and you can call these modular these functions from main, right? So the user then my description will be that, so how to write the user defined function, how to define the user defined function, how to call this user defined function. Suppose user defined functions, like the you have to write like you have to write the this format. That means suppose you are adding two numbers. That means you are giving this name of the function add. That means this addition gives the result of another integer. So if since you will call from main, obviously after return from the function, you have to return back to the main. So that's why you have to need one return type first, return type. Then you have to mention the corresponding function name. Then what are the arguments that you need to execute that function? That is argument list. This is given, right? This is the argument list. Now that means if you see it like this, suppose you are writing int add. Suppose and we need two integer int b a int b. This is the declaration of the function. That is what it means. What it means? That means the function name is add. It will take two integer, that is a and b, that will be used for your function definition, and after defining the function it will return one integer. This is the declaration of the function, user defined function, better to say user defined function. And if I write one user defined function, I am giving you one example of user defined function where you will see, where you can understand all these things. Suppose the if you use the user defined function, you have to use what? Function declaration, function call, and function definition, right? Function definition, right? So what is this? So if suppose I am writing this include header file is there, then int main we are writing. Then you can declare the function. Suppose int add one function where int a and int b, right? This is the function declaration. This is the function declaration. Then you can take one example. Suppose you are taking int x and y, two variable, and suppose printf you can use, enter the value for x and y, then scanf will be used, ampersand this one you will use this one, you will use this one. So this after that what you will do, suppose I am taking one z, right? Z is equal to, suppose I am giving z is equal to, what is this name? Add, you are taking the x and y, need not mention the type, and it will obviously when it calls, suppose this name is called add, obviously the compiler will try to find where the add function will be defined. What if wherever it is defined, it goes there. Suppose then z, if you write the printf percent d z, you are writing, then return statement of main. The after the main function is end, then you will write the function definition. Actual function definition, actual logic will be applied actual operations will be applied here. That means, suppose I am writing, this is the obviously this is the it will start the function definition, and this is the function call, right? And suppose I am taking one example, d. D is equal to a plus b. Then return d. Every function will return some value. That is one important criteria, right? So how it executes, you see, suppose here is called add function, then it goes there, then it will match. This is the integer. This is the integer. That means whatever, suppose x is equal to 10 and 20. That means here it will assign the 10 and 20. Then d is equal to 10 plus 20 will be there. Then that means d will be, when it returns to the d, then it will be there. It will return back to the main. Otherwise, the function will not, or the program will not execute it. So that means z value will be 30 after data. Then if you do this one, the z will be printed. This is about the function call, and this is about the function declaration and function definition, right? The, the suppose you are defining this and this is different. This is called the actual parameters. You are using x and y, and whatever you have declared, function definition and function declaration, this is the formal parameters, right? You have to remember this one, that say this one will be executed always the when the function is called, and remember it will have to return to the main function, otherwise it will not run, right? So where it, how this is returning, suppose corresponding from where it will be called, this address will be saved in stack, right? Suppose one memory location is saving, and when after executing this, when return, it will fetch from the address, then returns to there, then will execute the remaining code whichever is there, right? So this is about the function. I am giving some few example and few parts is remaining, so I will explain later. Explain it later video. Thank you very much. Have a good day.